In the last couple videos, we've been working on this snowmobile trailer. We've got the back of the trailer finally done and finished. But now we have this mess in here that we need to work on. The back of the trailer is all nice and done. What I think I'm gonna start on are these two cabinets right here. They're the helmet cabinets and racks that we're gonna stick along this side of the trailer, I believe. It'll probably be better to put them there than putting them over there. So we're gonna mount these up here, leave enough room so we can put our helmets in and then hang our gear from that. We've got this one, we've got these two up and in. A nice little setup here. Plus I have to finish the floor here, get this to where this is mounted, because right now it kind of moves. Battery box is where it should be, and I gotta do runners on this door again. I took the runners off, but I gotta put the runners back on. So let's get some riv nuts put in the wall over here and get those hung on the wall. All right, there we go. One rack put in place. Nice little spot. Put our helmet, goggles, gloves, everything we should be able to put right here. Plus it's got the little slots in here to hang, so we can hang all of our suits and whatnot, fold them in half and hang them here so they can dry a little bit. So that one's in and sturdy. So now I move on to the next one, which I'm gonna put right here. So it's getting cold out here, man. It's like 20 degrees out, it's cold. So I'm gonna get that one up here, see if it's gonna be too close to this one or not. Because if so, then I might have to move it down to the next one, which wouldn't be too bad, but it'd be nicer to have them closer together. Plus, they stick out a little ways. I mean, it sticks out quite a ways from the wall, but if we can have all of our gear in here constantly, and all we have to do is load up, put it on the truck, load up and go, that'll be nice, because then we don't have to get gear ready and put it in the truck and do all this stupid shit. It's getting cold out here. It's starting to get dark. When that sun goes down, it's even gonna get colder. So I think I'm gonna stop here. I'll pick it up tomorrow, see if we can't get that other rack put on, get this over here finished, and get it ready to get those other two sleds out of the garage. Finally. Hey, it's only taken a while. Only a couple months to get the sleds into this trailer.
The sleds that have been in the garage since last season.
So last night, Dylan came out to look at the cabinet as we put it up, and he pointed out a pretty interesting problem that has arose. So if you look, this is gonna be difficult doing with one hand. From floor to the top of the handlebars right there, looks like it's 48 inches. Well, if you move over here to this cabinet, put the tape measure on the floor there. Look at that, and we got about 2 inches, inch and a half to spare. Well, that's not the big problem. The big problem is in the garage. On Dylan's sled, right there to the bottom, we're looking at almost 54 inches, which means that we got a lot of space that we need to gain on this cabinet. And I don't know how we're gonna do that. I think what we're gonna end up doing is we're gonna have to cut this cabinet, maybe from here, cut it down and cut it down to about there, maybe at that angle, just to get enough clearance here so that the handlebars and stuff can clear on this side. Because looking at it, with these hangers here, our gear is not going to hang off the floor that much by having those. So what will end up happening probably is I'll just get some little hooks and drill into each one and we can hang them maybe on this side of the trailer. So for right now, I got to figure out what I want to do with these cabinets before I mount this other one. And I don't want to deal with that right now. So I think I'm going to finish off putting this piece down and getting it mounted so it's set. Put the runners on and maybe even cut some runners. I have little pieces that I can fill in these spots to see if we can't make it a little nicer, look a little better. Yeah, so I think that's what I'm going to start out with.
I can't do nothing with you.
So there we go. We got one bump rail in place. I've got 8 bolts in it with nylon nuts on the bottom side. They're stainless steel, so they shouldn't rust and they should last quite a while. Next thing I think we need to do is we need to get this battery box mounted permanently in this spot here. So I need to get all the shavings, get all this cleaned up so I can cut a piece of wood, put down in it, screw that wood down, then screw the battery box to that wood. So I'm gonna go grab the vacuum. We're gonna get this cleaned up and then I'm gonna figure out what size piece of wood I need, cut it up and get it in there and put in. Then after that, I think we're gonna take some of these extra runners that I have and we're gonna take and kind of match them up to see if we can make this look a little bit better as opposed to just having these 2 runners right here. Maybe have some runners going that way and then piece some in here. Just to make it a little easier when we're pulling snowmobiles off, that we can slide them against the runners instead of trying to drag it across the wood. So I think that's what our plan is right now. Then we'll go from there. There we go. Another project done. That battery. Ouch. I don't know how many times I'm gonna hit my head on that stupid cabinet. Ouch. So that's gonna keep the battery in place, and the battery runs all of the lights in here. So I'll just have to go buy a brand new battery for that. It's not a bad day today. It's actually a lot warmer than it was yesterday, so we're just kind of knocking these out. Would have been nice if I could have done a lot of this yesterday. So now I think what we're gonna do, this next project's gonna take a little bit longer because I want to take and see if I can get some of these runners going the right direction, just to help and make sure, see if it's easier to get the sleds on and off and just match these up a little bit better. So I think that's what's next on the list, and we'll get started doing that. And then we're gonna eventually have to figure out these cabinets. But for right now, let's just focus on these runners, see if I have enough parts and pieces to be able to finish this project, or if I'm gonna have to just kind of do like these two centers coming out this way, and that one coming this way is just gonna have to be kind of left alone. So let's get started on that. That's a little overkill. I'm not sure how well that's gonna help the ski go through there, but I really like to fix this spot right here with some runner, but I'm all out. All I have are all these little pieces, and I don't think I'm gonna try to work those in there to get them just right. What I have left to do is screw those down, screw all those down, and pretty much done. I'll just have to clean up in here, and then we can start tackling what we're gonna do with these cabinets here. Still not sure what we're gonna do. So let's get this stuff screwed down, get cleaned up a little bit in here, and see what's next on the agenda. I got all of the runners on. I think I went a little overboard right here, trying to get this all organized to where the sled will slide off. Still gonna have to help it around the corner to get off the trailer, but having the slide here and some of these here on this spot here will hopefully help get that sled off. I think the next thing I need to work on is these helmet racks here and here. I need to figure out what I'm gonna do with them before I go any further. Right now, I don't think I have the time to do that. So please don't forget to subscribe, leave a like on this video, and comment down below what you thought. And for now, we'll see you in the next one.